after having lost the Knicks last year in the playoffs and yesterday, somewhat of a relief to finally get over the hump and beat them?
No, I was more proud of our guys for the effort, regardless of who we were playing tonight. I didn't think that we had defended the way that we've been capable of defending, to start this year. And we challenged our guys to go out and defend and play Cavaliers basketball. And that's what I'm proud about, is that we showed our true grit and who we are as a defensive basketball team.
And how would you say Donovan came through for you at the end with those two big baskets?
Yeah, I mean, that's who number 45 is, right? He's a guy who can create at the end of games, but he's got the courage to take big shots and make big shots. So, if you're in a game or you have a lead, when you got 45 on your team, you got a chance to win it.
Chris, when did you make that challenge, JB?
This morning at our meeting, we just showed the group some information about our defense and where it was leaky. And then again, before the game, just reminded them of what, we were trying to accomplish. When we did things right, what our defense was capable of, and then when we did things that were against our system, what was happening. So they were able to correct it.
Through the first week or so, was there something specific that was bothering you about the way you guys were playing defense?
Yeah, I mean, we weren't executing, simple things that our defense is predicated on. Like how we close the ball out, how we contain the basketball, like where our system is built to protect. We were allowing teams to get places where our system wasn't built to protect. So again, we just, laid that challenge, and the guys did a great job of it.
What can you say about the impact that Karras had in the second half, especially with Donovan contained?
I mean, you need a guy who has the ability to beat his man. And that's what Karras does. He can beat his man, he can make shots, he can create shots, he can create for others. And then he's a pest on the defensive end of the floor too, which helps you create deflections and turnovers, which starts your break. So, having Karras back was huge. But again, he had another guy where, they were so focused on Donovan that he had opportunities to attack and play in space, and I thought he did a great job of that.
Joe G.
Coach, we talked before the game about Isaac. He went into the halftime with 4 fouls. Can you talk about the job he did again?
Yeah, I mean, he's a heck of a defender, most people, we were fortunate. Like, he picks up that third foul, most people you take out. I trust Isaac so much that I was shocked that he picked up that fourth one. But then you see him play the second half, without picking up another one until late, because, again, that's the discipline that he plays with, defending a guy like Jalen Brunson, who does such a great job of drawing fouls and creating that contact. So there's not many defenders in this league like Isaac Okoro. There's not many guys who can stay between the basket and the ball the way that Isaac Okoro does through pick and rolls in isolation situations. It doesn't matter. He has an uncanny ability to just stay between his man and the basket and force people into tough shots.
And then what did you guys do defensively against Randall to slow him down?
I mean, give George a ton of credit. I thought George did a great job defending him early and not letting him just catch it in his spot. And then again, executed our system and funneled him to the help. But I thought he was physical with him. I thought he irritated him some. But give George a ton of credit for the start of that.
Chris. JB, even going back to last year, the start of the regular season, games between you and the Knicks, they're often like this. Some may call them ugly, low scoring. What is it about their defense that creates so many problems for you guys on the offensive end?
I mean, again, we go back and we watch it, and we get open shots, and it's just a matter of us being able to knock down those open shots. And, one day it's going to happen. One day we'll defend the way we're capable of, and when we get our shots, we're going to make our shots. But, going all the way back to our first game here last year, like, it's top of mind, like, we created wide open shots for one another. But again, give them credit because, they execute their stuff well, their system defensively. They force the ball ball where they want it. But again, I think we make open shots, and that's what we did kind of to separate. We created open shots. Dean hit some big ones. Don obviously hit his vert, but like when we make shots, again, we're hard to deal with.
Anything else, Nora?
Is it obviously Donovan had a terrific first half. I don't think he scored the first 18 minutes of the second half. What will that do for you guys potentially long term to have a third quarter like you guys did on the road with all the injuries you have and him not really having to do anything?
Yeah, I mean, that's who we are. We're a defensive team, and we held them to 13 points in the third quarter to kind of set the tone. We didn't have an offensive explosion by any means, but the way we win and the way we'll be most successful is if we're a great defensive team, which we have the capability of being. So that's where the Cavaliers hang their hat, is being able to get stops on demand.
Last one, Chris.
JB, going back to what Tim was saying about Donovan, he didn't make a shot until that top of the key three in the fourth quarter in the final minutes. What, as a coach, gives you the confidence that even when a guy is struggling the way that he was in the second half, not making those shots, that you would call a play for him?
I mean, those are the guys you live and die with, just being frank. He's proven it time and time again. We've been with him a year plus, and very rarely, if ever, has he let us down. I've seen him multiple times bring us back in games. I've seen him close out games. We've got the ultimate belief in him. And again, he has the courage and the confidence to take those shots. And you can tell when it leaves his hands that that thing's going in.